Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in! Northwestern is up from 12, now at 10.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic students can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game. We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while maintaining a high level of respect for all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Are you looking to take your game to the next level? Did you know that MSN is now offering player recruitment videos? Our packages include a player profile where you show your preferred positions, the club, the league, or school that you play in, your current coach contact information, and more. The highlight videos could be self-submitted, 15 to 30 clips that will be put into a 3 to 7 minute long video. Video review of your Huddle, VO, or other platforms that you might have video on, as well as for an additional charge, MSN can come out and film games for you to create those clips. Our coach evaluation process, which is also an additional charge, where we have college coaches from various levels across the United States that will review your game film and provide feedback on how to improve that film, as well as also evaluating your play and what you can improve on. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential. Not only do we help develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces with different surfaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills to create space, receiving on a half turn, hook turn, and out of the air, finishing off the dribbling, one-touch, volleys, and headers. We help players get comfortable performing these skills at game speed, with pressure, and with both their dominant and non-dominant foot. In addition, we help players with their speed of play, awareness of space, defenders and teammates, and also dominate with their off-the-ball movement. We offer a variety of services such as one-on-ones, small groups, large groups, as well as team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country and developed one of the most detail-oriented programs to help out players. Visit our website.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister.
I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
In for Baccarat, and that goes in! Hugo Baccarat gives Flint City a 3-2. Buckley, the ball falls to Buckley. 1-on-1 with Etheridge. What a save! Welcome into the first ever MSN All-State Media Day for girls soccer. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrat. Ball comes in, a good head! 1-0. Shot, another save from Etheridge. Rebound, and it goes in the back of the net. The Bulldogs up 1-0. Burzma, but then for Vlasma. 3-0. Stewart Heiss with a shot. Upper 90 and in. Effectively today here on the Michigan Soccer Network, we are launching our new division of player recruitment videos. Mario Canoe now finds Stock. Stock's got a left-footed banger. He shoots it. It's in. The Red Hawks equalize. Hello, everybody, and welcome into Waterford Mod High School on this Friday, May the 10th. It is Midwest Premier League, Great Lakes to East Soccer on the Michigan Soccer Network. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jomo, my name's Jonathan Turner. Excited to have you along for the ride tonight. Into Detroit, coming off a game in which 12 goals were scored. 7-5 was the game last week against Futsal Factory. Talk about a great way to start your season, winning 7-5 after falling 3-0 in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, and that wasn't the only time that they fell down by 3 goals. It happened again later in the match. 5-2 ended up being the score at the time, but they ended up staying determined, staying strong, to be able to fight through all 90 minutes, to be able to come back and win it by 2 goals. It was extraordinary to see. Myself and Dan Stickrat were on the call for that game last week here at Waterford Mott High School, and it looked like Inter Detroit was going to start off the season just about as worse as you can get. Within about 15 minutes of game time, they were down by 3 goals really quickly. So it was a complete 180 throughout the game, and it ended up being a spectacular event.
That it was, as it is a beautiful night here in Michigan, 62 degrees, and it is dry. Now, we can't expect that tomorrow, but we can say it is dry currently here in Michigan. Hey, we've got a busy schedule coming your way here. Tomorrow, we've got 2 games on tap. Michigan Stars, I remember a couple weeks ago on a Friday night, they beat Inter Detroit here 3-0 in the ASA Amateur Cup round number 2. Well, tomorrow they take on Northern Indiana in round number 3. We'll bring that to you tomorrow at noon right here on the Michigan Soccer Network. Then, hey, in the nightcap, we're heading up to Flint tomorrow as they welcome in Detroit City FC in a USLW matchup, and that's going to be a good one. They play each other twice in their first 2 games of the season, home and away, both these teams. So that tomorrow night in the nightcap. Next Friday, we're heading out to the Michigan Stars as they welcome in Liquid FC. And on Saturday, it is a busy day. 5 games in total next Saturday. The Catholic League Finals for girls soccer, 10, noon, and 2. And the Michigan Stars against Club de Leon. And Allianz FC versus Dearborn United at 8 p.m. So a very, very busy schedule here coming up here next week for us. We are 3.5 minutes until things start to get underway here from Waterford Mount High School. Don't go anywhere. We come back, we'll get you starting 11s, get everything started to roll here. We're just moments away from this Midwest Premier League East division here on the Michigan Soccer Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
And welcome back here into Waterford Mott High School. We are just moments away from the start of this Midwest Premier League matchup here. Great Lakes East Division. That's why it keeps throwing me off there, Jomo. I keep having this think I'm saying East in either way.
East, but not least.
It doesn't matter. We are moments away here from the start of this match. Let's give you the starting 11s here on your screen here. And again, you know, when you start talking about these two teams, there's some players on this team that I think that need to be talked about. Obviously, in goal here, you've got Robert Wright, the goalkeeper for Inter Detroit. Aliafi Al-Sufi, Yaya. Yaya does a great job. Bailon, you know Bailon. He's from Oakland University. Oh, yeah. Billos went to Berkeley High School. We called his name a bunch of times last year. Barajas, Skozas, Rustin, Hayner, and Eddie Hudson Jr., who goes to Duquesne in the lineup for Inter Detroit. And then you've got Kanopolis in goal for Cedars FC. Al-Shahir, Nasser, Schwartz, Salman, Bennett, Saleh, Hamoud, Diallo, and Issa are all in the starting 11 for tonight's match. As the referees are making their way onto the pitch, there will be no lineups here, no national anthem. We're going to roll right into this here one tonight. And as you can hear the plane, well, you can't hear the planes coming in over, but we can definitely hear the planes coming in over. On your screen now, our new setup. We're on a new production software here tonight, Mr. Jomo. And let everybody know your full names just so that we understand why we're calling you Jomo.
Yeah, we'll give it the full name, Giovanni Moscieri. As you can hear, the Joe Giovanni Moscieri. And just for everyone's clarification.
No worries. So tonight, it looks as though in black will be Inter Detroit. And the Cedars FC will be in the all-white kits with the kind of the orange-reddish numbers. The great thing about this, we can see their numbers. We talk about that a lot here over the course of our time on the network. Is sometimes it's extremely hard to see the players' numbers, but not here tonight. They are going to be easy to see, and we're happy about that. So.
Yeah, sometimes you get stuck with like a white jersey and yellow numbers, and it's a tough time in the sun. But not the case today.
This is Cedars FC's first test here of the season. This is their first Midwest Premier League game. Their head coach is Sam Pirani, he, former Detroit City FC women's head coach, I believe, in USLW. Now that's David DeWahey is. Cedars FC will have the kick here to start this game. As we are officially underway here from Waterford Mott High School, Midwest Premier League, Great Lakes East Division Cedars FC, who started off with the ball. They're going left to right on your screen in the all-white kits. Inter Detroit in the black kits going right to left on your screen.
And you got to imagine in preparation for this game for Inter Detroit, it almost has to go without saying, but the defense has to be stronger than it was last week here.
Especially early in the match. But what it shows you is that even though they got down, they did not find themselves out. It's really easy after going down 3-0 to pack it in and say, hey, we'll move on to the next one, but not Inter Detroit. The question just came up is why call themselves Inter Detroit? It's a great question as the ball makes its way to Saleh. And now on the outside, into the 18, one time, and just like that, it's 1-0. My goodness.
This looks awfully familiar, John.
And that one right there was Swedan, number 8. My goodness, just like that, a goal is given, and Inter Detroit down 1-0. That goal coming here in the 2nd minute. So Abed Swedan gets the goal. Inter Detroit find themselves in a hole. They've been here before.
And it would take 90 minutes at the rate this is going. If you're into Detroit and if you're a fan and you're looking at this saying, oh, no, not again, then rest assured that I'm sure, and you got to hope, that it's not going to become a pattern as it was last week, and they've learned from that and being able to at least keep it to this one goal. But that's a gut punch to start the game.
So ball switched, though it's given away. Picked up here by Hayner. Hayner into the 18. Hayner left-footed shot going to that far post. And that one goes wide, so a good look there for Doug Hayner.
Looking just for one more teammate to go through on that one. It was in great position and enough to keep the offense going early, keep the keeper on his toes.
So the ball over midfield. Lost there by Billows. Now Diallo. They'll work this around that back line. If you're just joining us for the first time, we appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, like us, and share this with your friends and family. Rustin plays this back. All the way back now to Robert Wright. Right, the goalkeeper here today for Inter Detroit. Now Eddie Hudson Jr. plays his college ball at Duquesne. Good win by Diallo out of the back. Head coach of Inter Detroit is Ryan Rowe. It's now Schwartz. Good through ball. Out comes Wright, wins the ball. It's loose. Scazales. And this switch to this near side.
Yeah, you just need some breathing room after that. Great job by Wright to meet the attacker at the closest point possible, farthest from the goal, to close the distance and put your body on the line in that sense. That's great goalkeeping right there, and a way to keep it from being 2-0.
This ball played once again over that back line. Tracked down. Saleh loses the ball, so good work defensively from Aliafi to stop that promising attack. They're just going right over that back line of Inter Detroit to CEDARS FC.
Yeah, they find the open grass here.
Barajas. This is looking to be put across the mouth of the goal, then settle down. There's another opportunity, but that one will make its way down here towards the end line, and that one will go out.
So from the looks of it so far in the opening about 5 minutes of play here, it looks like it's going to be another offensive-driven match. And, of course, there's plenty of soccer left to play here, not to determine the entire match, but we're already seeing close chances by both teams going back and forth.
Switch to this near side. It's Issa. Issa, overlapping run on this near side, looking for Schwartz. Schwartz to slot this in. It's cleared away by Hudson. Just not out of danger. Those got to be out of bounds in that situation if you're Hudson. Played back to Diallo. Good ball movement here from CEDARS FC. Nasser in the corner, looking up top. Al-Jahir. Oh, a great ball! And just like that, Nasser, it's 2-0. $2-0 here, and we're only 5.5 minutes into this. We're in the 6th minute, and Ali Nasser gets the goal.
And already Cedar with 3 shot attempts, 3 shots on goal, and 2 of them going into the back of the net. The offense is humming for their opening Midwest Premier League match.
What a great searching ball there. Through ball from Al-Jazir, making its way in to Ali Nasser, who was able to put that one home and give them a 2-0 lead here in the early going of this match.
You hate to say that Inter Detroit has experience in this situation, but in only one match previously, they do have experience in this situation.
Over the top for Hayner, and a save there by Kanopoulos. Point blank, that, you score there, that gives you some hope there for Inter Detroit. Again, they've been here before. They were down 3-0 last week in the opening 10 minutes of that game. Went into halftime 5-2 and found a way in the second half to score 5 unanswered goals.
And with a game like that, you can't put anything.
5 goals, not 5 unanswered.
Right. But to see a match like that, anything's possible at that point. When you see a match like that, such high amount of goals and shots and a comeback of that nature, anything's possible. So you can't really rule anything out, even though it doesn't look good so far for Inter Detroit. Cedar on fire.
No question. That settled down by Schwartz. Puts the ball out wide. It's won back by Inter Detroit. This part of the match is brought to you by Granite City Food and Brewery. Eat good eats, drink good drinks, have good times. You can visit the Troy location at the corner of I-75 and 16 Mile, or the one in Northville at 7 Mile and Haggerty. Go over to gcfb.com to learn more about all their specials, their catering, and so much more. Daily deals. It's Friday. It's Fish Fry. All you can eat fish and chips for $14.99.
Oh, my.
Not too shabby.
Detroit taking a slower pace at this point from the looks of it.
They've got to find a way to stop giving up goals early. I don't really say it's not how you start, it's how you finish. But you're making yourself difficult, to have to keep coming back.
Yeah, it makes the finish even more difficult to start in that way.
It does. Aliafi here on this near side. Plays it back to Rustin. He loses the ball. It's poked away by Al Shazir.
And for the mentality of Inventor Detroit, I mean, look at both squads here. The mentality already up 2-0 if you're looking from Cedars' perspective. You're feeling great so far, but you also have to be careful. Does that kind of an early lead allow their defense to lax up a little bit? Do they feel cocky at any point? That's something to pay attention to as well.
On that far side, this is one put in towards that back post. Settle right down, a shot that's blocked on its way to goal. That's blocked by Salmon. And then there's a one-time shot at the top of the 18 that goes wide. That was taken by Balon. Hey, if you're watching here, let us know where you're watching from here tonight. We'd love to know where you're watching. I don't think it was your exact coordinates. We don't need to know exactly where you're watching. But, hey, if you're watching in Trenton or you're watching, in Florida, I'd love to know where you're tuning in here tonight. Let us know. We'd love to get in the comments, be involved with you guys as much as possible as this ball put up over midfield.
And if there's any Golden Grizzly fans out there, like the one in the booth here, we got 2 Golden Grizzlies on the pitch right now. Gabe Balin and Doug Hayner. So if you're a Golden Grizzly, let us know.
Foul just called. So a free kick coming up here for Cedars FC.
First foul of the match.
Yeah, that's someone watching from Traverse City. Been to Traverse City many times, going back here in this August.
The lovely place.
Mohamed Issa now. Ball won back by Inter Detroit, played back by Rustin. Balon. Good switch. It's a hard tackle from Sweden on that far side.
I've seen a flash of physicality from both sides.
Ken Seelman watching from Lansing is big fans of Lansing Common. They actually play Livonia City FC tonight. Livonia City FC lost their opening Midwest Premier League game here last week, 4-0 against Michigan Stars. That game covered here on the Michigan Soccer Network. So we are the official broadcast partner of the Michigan Stars semi-professional team, as well as just recently announced their pro side here. Earlier this week, we'll be taking over all NISA games from the Michigan Stars. Ball on that far side, put in towards Billows. A dummy does not make its way to Balin.
Just got caught off balance there right in front of the net. It's not. There's a poor execution there in the box, but a great opportunity given from the teammate.
We talk about this all the time. One of the best fan bases in all of the Midwest Premier League. And to be fair, in all of amateur soccer is Lansing Common and the Robins. They do a fantastic job. They travel near and far. They're really ingrained and built into their community. The foundation is fantastic. It's led by Ken Seelman and a number of other faithfuls. This is Aliafi. Looks to switch. This is deflected. And somehow does not go in. Right got a touch on that. So Canopolis got a touch on it near the goal line, but deflected on its way towards goal.
Missing by the skin of its teeth. That one, it looked like it was for sure to go into the net. But they're not done yet.
This one now on that far side still. Saleh. Looking to do a big switch. All the way here, this near side to Issa.
Detroit's keeping up the aggression. They're forcing the action of that back line for Cedar.
Thank you, Ken. I apologize. I guess the game is tomorrow between Livonia City and Lansing Common. For some reason, I thought I said game day was today, but I do apologize.
There's always a lot of soccer going on here, especially at the Michigan
I'm not
Soccer
covering
Network.
it, so I guess. So Hudson gets a touch on him right back to Al Jazeer.
Dancing around here at the touchline.
A little speed there, but one back by Al-Sufi. Plays it back to right. Ooh, it's a heavy touch, but nothing doing there for Cedar, but giving it right back. Benitez. Now Swartz.
And try and reset and pick a better spot there. Saw themselves in some high traffic.
So Hudson. They'll work this around the back line now, will enter Detroit. Aliafi. Inside.
Great individual moves.
That was Rustin there. Now Billows. Flag goes up for offsides. Something last year that I got to get this in the broadcast, because last year we had a chance to go out. I think it was last year. Lansing Common taking on Michigan Stars. Did a broadcast out in the middle of nowhere out at the Michigan Stars soccer complex. And Lansing, the coffee firm, had reached, we were going back and forth on Twitter. They talk about how they had this coffee lemonade concoction and said it was fantastic. And we got me and Steve Best had a chance to try it. We tried it. It was one of those things it's not terrible, right? It wasn't one of those things where I could sit back and go, wow, that was great. But it's hard to believe what that could even taste like.
Right.
But nonetheless, it tasted okay. So
that's one of those things where it seems like the shock of like what it is seems to be more of the attraction.
As this part of the match is brought to you by Trivaloni Asset Management. Your success is our success. Your financial goals are our sole focus, and we're excited to partner with you today. So you can call them at 586-665-8805. That's 586-665-8805. Ball back to right. Now, recently that I was diagnosed with diabetes, I can't drink coffee lemonade anymore, because of all the sugar and whatnot. So Swartz wins this one back for Cedars FC. So you'll see Gabe Balon now track this one down, win the captain's armband for Inter Detroit. It's a refreshing summer beverage as we continue to hear from Lansing Coffee Firm. Well, things slowed down here a little bit here in the 17th minute.
Yeah, we had a white hot start with Sweden in the first 2 minutes, scoring the first goal, and then Nasser at 5.5 minutes on the clock on the screen for the second goal. It was starting off on fire, and now as we approach, we're in the 17th minute now. Definitely slowed down a little bit. Team still, it's hard to say figuring out each other. But it seems like they're learning the patterns there. They're starting to pick their spots a lot more carefully. And for Cedar especially, with the lead that they have so far, they have the luxury to do that.
So a free kick coming up here for Inter Detroit. Balon will stand over this. Go ahead.
First one they've seen today. We've had 2 fouls go against Detroit. This one's the first one in their favor.
Ball put into the mix. It's headed away, right? But right at the top of the 18 still. Yaya tried to get a good touch on that, but didn't have the time. Is this one up now on that far side? Soleil. Soleil, that's a great ball. Into Nasser. Back to Soleil. That one's blocked. So a promising attack there stopped by Inter Detroit.
And it was an absolute foot race going on our far side. And it looked like it could have been a one-on-one situation, but Detroit was able to back up their defense in time, get that numbers advantage in that spot. And that's what we were seeing in last week's game against Futsal Factory. It was those long passes, those foot races that Detroit just had trouble winning, and it led to those one-on-one opportunities with the keeper.
So ball played back now to Canopolis. Aliafi wins it back for Inter Detroit. Again, then they're all black kits here going right to left on your screen. They're down 2-0 after 2 goals in the first 7 minutes of this game. Abed Swadan and then Ali Nasser getting the goals for Cedars FC. It's Gonzalez. Inside towards Billos. Little back heel. Nice work back into Billos. It's Gonzalez. Little give and go on that far side. Saleh. Sally. Left-footed shot. Stopped by Wright. It was put right at him, but those ones can be difficult to make the save on, and Wright is able to stand up tall and knock out a corner here, the first one of the match for Cedars FC.
Yeah, it's a fantastic save. To save it by kicking the leg out in that sense, that's a tough one to do because that naturally creates an off balance for the keeper there, but be able to stick it out just in time to get it over and out of the net was a phenomenal save, but it does set up that corner.
Here comes the ball. Diallo got a head on that. That one wound up going out for a goal kick. Settle down here. It's hard to catch a breath.
Right.
It's
it's fast-paced action here at Waterford Mod.
One of those things where you just want to be able to see good soccer, and we're seeing that from both teams now. Early on is now this one's given away, and here comes Billos. Billos into the 18. Diallo is able to recover and knock it out for a corner. And just as I'm saying we're seeing good soccer, a defensive miscue and the commentator's curse is alive and well.
It's a dark magic that we play with. I try my best to be as careful as possible, but it gets out every now and then. But yeah, Diallo, looking at the Cedars Instagram page, a little notes they have about the players, 6'3" in blistering pace is what they have listed for Diallo, and it was shown off in that defensive play.
6'3" in blistering pace. Love it. Just played short here. Rustin is just one put in towards middle of the goal. One back by Cedars FC. Good battle here is now Saleh. Up this near side. Still gets it right through the legs of Aliafi. Saleh into the 18. Saleh looks to go far post, and that one's knocked away.
So smooth moves at high speed. Those are difficult to pull off and be able to re-accelerate dribbling with the ball like that. A great attempt by Cedar. But the Inter Detroit defense, with that extra second, that kind of hesitation, extra dribble, everyone was able to get back in time and have that one defining defensive touch. So now it'll be the second corner kick for Cedar on our close side.
Played short. This one will be played into the 18. Flag does go up, is now here, probably for offsides, but they do have the advantage. Looks like offsides going to be called here on this side as well, as it will be. I can't say enough about how beautiful tonight is as far as the soccer that we're seeing. We're going to see a substitution now coming on here for Cedars. Well, the next chance, it seems like. Early to have a sub. We're only 24 minutes into this one. So Schwartz Al Jazeer. Towards his near side, one back by Ali Afi and Cedars and into Detroit is collision, no foul. Good switch by Diallo.
And it looks like on deck for the Cedar substitution, number 34, Hassan Daoud.
Had a chance to see Hassan Daoud last summer as led his team to the moon into the State Cup Finals against Flint City Bucks. Actually winning 1-0 in that game, and then the waning moments gave up 2 goals. Ball switched to this near side. It's Issa. Given away. Balon.
The only Inter-Detroit defender in the space there, and he happened to get the ball.
Now foul called. Yaya that received the ball, and now we're going to see a substitution. And so it looks like we're going to see off Sweden stepping off. Hassan Daoud will step in.
And Daoud with experience with Cedars in addition to the Michigan Jaguars and City United. So has experience elsewhere in the league.
So Rustin. Collision between Hayner.
They'll let that one fly, looks
that
like.
They will is Al Jazeer. Settled down by Swartz. Ball to the top. Soleil. Soleil, one-on-one. Soleil! 3-0. Another beautiful ball over the top. And Soleil gets a goal. It's 3-0.
And now for our Detroit fans in the audience, this absolutely looks familiar. It took a little bit longer to get there, and we keep referencing last week's game against Futsal Factory, but you're seeing, we'll say halfway of the first half, down 3-0 for Inter Detroit. Showed a lot, better defensive, a lot better defense on some of the possessions, but ultimately the result is the same here. And now Detroit has to find themselves taken out of another 3-0 deficit.
Aliafi. Back to Hudson. Up towards Billows. Collision, and Billows will call for the foul. This is part of the match. Is brought to you by Kniff Electric Supply.
It looks like that Diallo that took the collision there, slow to get up, but up on his own feet now. Those high-speed situations, those collisions are tough.
One back. And Detroit's got to find something here, some kind of positive. Up that far side. Cut back, that's Nasser taken down. I imagine we're going to see a yellow card here possibly. Or not, but Nasser draws the foul, and now a free kick coming up for Cedars FC just outside the 18.
This one, the third foul going against Inter Detroit this match so far. In the 29th minute. This opportunity here could make or break the match in the first half.
Ball tipped and then deflected towards the end line, then cleared up over the back line of Cedars. And now it's a foot race. Billows trying to get there, a little shoulder to shoulder. Down goes Issa for Cedars. No foul called. Issa plays it back to Kanopoulos.
They find that breathing room, looking to get past the center line quick.
Oh, good ball. Daoud played that ball out wide. He'll get back down the end line, taken down. Now for a goal kick, so no foul called.
That was Daoud pursuing in the far wing.
So we'll continue to play around with this in the back. And back to right. Here we are, 30th minute. If you're just joining us, 3 goals so far in this one, all in favor of Cedars FC. A goal in the 2nd minute, the 6th minute, and the 26th minute for Cedars FC. And they are rolling here tonight in their first game of this Midwest Premier League Great Lakes Division. This ball flicked over the top, looking for Daoud. Right is there for Inter Detroit.
And those 3 goals scored, Swidan, Nasser, and Saleh, respectively, in the 2nd, 6th, and 26th minute of this first half. Some controversy on the touchline there. Wondering if the ball came out of bounds, but tight-roping. It was tight-roping it before. They let it ride until now.
Settled down. Chested down by Hudson. He'll make a switch to that far side. Some good ball movement here from Cedars FC. Look at this switch. Settled down by Salih. Salih got a goal here back in the 26th. Al Jazeer, Daoud. Looking for Nasser. Scored a goal back in the 6th.
And for those who can hear from for a wonderful field mic here, a great crowd for the match today. Obviously enjoying the nice weather. There a beautiful sunset in the background behind the pitch. And we love to see the bringing together of the community here, very vocally too.
Good work by Hayner. Pushes the ball out wide. Scott Billows and Aliafi far post. Aliafi. A little too much pace. Still tracks it down. Barajas inside. Good ball. Yaya. Yaya slots it. Puts it back. There he is. Another shot off the Kanopoulos and finds its way in. That was Doug Hayner, who puts it through traffic. It'll go as a goal for Hayner. It's 3-1.
Doug Hayner gets that final touch there in what was incredibly high traffic right in front of the face of the goal there. You thought that Inter Detroit was going to take too long, hesitating, waiting for the perfect shot there, but through the traffic and the chaos, going back in the back of the net.
It was hard to read that one because at first it deflected off of Kanopoulos, and then it looked like it might have been like we had that last one where we deflected it out and it found its way into the side netting. But now it's 3-1, so they find a way to answer here in the 33rd minute and pull back one. So Doug Hayner, great ball movement. That ball came in from Saad Ayaya down there on the end line.
Yeah, and it's important for Detroit to get that goal, rip the Band-Aid off, break the ice, because imagine if you were going into halftime being down 3-0 and having those kind of haunting memories of last week's game, but without the happy ending in that sense. So it was very important, very good for them to get that first goal.
So Baylon switches this to the far side. Settle down. Looking towards Yaya. And Diallo just knocks it out. A lot of comments coming in here. We appreciate the comments. Again, we talk about this. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. You got to find a way, you know, to keep it going. And we've seen games where teams are down 3-0 and find a way to storm back. I've seen it in a UPSL National Championship weekend. We saw it here last week. I wasn't here.
Yeah, it was
supposed to be in Mexico last week, by the way. I got to say that. I was supposed to be in Mexico. I ended up spending a lot of time in an airport.
Yeah, a lot of aggression on our near touchline there.
I thought the aggression was in my voice from being at the airport and not getting to Mexico. That was where my aggression was.
Would you call that a commentator's curse?
I don't know, man. I'll just tell you this so much right now that not happy with the airline is this ball moved towards Diallo. Billos wins it back, but then given away. Issa. Salih. Looking to go over the top. Another ball over the top. And this is what Inter Detroit has struggled with all night long. This part of the match is brought to you by Feminino Law. We're going to see some substitutions coming in here now for, looks like, Inter Detroit. If you or someone you know is injured or in an accident, remember to tell them to get David and get paid. You can go to his website anytime at getdavidgetpaid.com for more information. That's Get David, Get Paid for more information.
And it looks like for Inter Detroit, Zimmerman and Copeland coming onto the pitch.
Copeland, a graduate of Brother Rice High School. Thrown in. It didn't look like it went all the way behind the head there of Issa, but they didn't call it. Hayner, who scored the goal, just dispossessed. Good switch to that far side. So Nasser almost took a spill, but giving them right back to Inter Detroit. Baylon. Here comes the counter. Little ball into the seam, looking for Hayner. Hayner far post and in! So just like that, it's 3-2. Hayner has a brace. It's 37 minutes in, and it's a one-goal game.
See, that's where the stars align. The one touch, no, not too heavy, not too light, in motion like that. Those are so hard to execute. So great job for Inter Detroit. Got the stars to align to put them back into this match, now only down by one goal. Phenomenal.
I don't know if defense is even in the equation for...
we haven't seen it.
I mean, 7-5 last week. It's now 3-2. Over the course of 2 games, Inter Detroit's allowed 8 goals.
Even if for a hockey game, that's high scoring.
So it's 3-2.
For the Golden Grizzly fans, know that Hayner's a freshman. So then, look, the Gold Grizzlies will see more of Hayner in the coming years.
Issa. Looking inside for Daoud. Hudson. Now Billos. Billos pulls it back. Looking to switch here towards Baylon. Seeing the transitional game from Inter Detroit, they're getting a little more creative in their transitional play. That give and go, that back and forth on that far side, which led to a through ball into Hayner, was really a thing of beauty. Up that far side. Daoud takes a spill, no foul.
Fans naturally unhappy for that one on the Cedar side.
Looking back for Hayner. Again, he's got a brace, a goal in the 33rd and the 37th. Zimmerman playing left back for Aliafi.
And for those asking in our Michigan Soccer Network chat thread here, a question from Ken says, did Cedar blow a 3-0 lead? It's to be determined, but the answer is not quite yes or no yet. For those fans just tuning in, another high-scoring event in the first half here. And within 4 minutes, Hayner for Inter Detroit, 2 goals.
Right just runs right into Zimmerman, and that's the byproduct of holding the flag. And I know we have this conversation a lot, and the reason that they hold the flag now for offsides is because they want the play to develop. But that's the byproduct of allowing a play to develop. A goalkeeper comes out and runs into his defender, almost creates an injury. So Hudson on the ball. 4 minutes to go in this one. Plus stoppage time. I don't know how much stoppage time we're going to see. My guess would be at this point about 2 minutes.
Yeah, so after the 45 on the clock of your screen, we roll till the whistle blows.
Issa. Back to Issa. Issa now taking it to that back line of Inter Detroit. Now to that far side of the pitch. Played inside. It's won by Hudson Jr. And now here comes Copeland and Inter Detroit. He's held up, though. I think offsides is one of those things now, especially at the higher levels. You have a lot of people talking about the way the laws have changed and the way they've really defined everything. And I know we've seen some offsides here tonight, but none of them really, that's almost a foul. Saw Rush to take a spill. Now Daoud. Now this ball will be played safely into the box for Wright. But my point is that looking at that play for what it was, I know there's a lot of coaches out there and fans alike that want to see that moment not happen. And the only way to do it is just for the assistant referee to put his flag up quicker to allow, for, it to be called and bring that back, because nobody wants to see an injury, especially an injury like that, because that's very much like the outfielder and the infielder coming together trying to make a catch because they don't see each other and they collide. It's very similar to that.
Yeah, because you're not focused on that.
You're focusing on the ball, and you don't call off your fellow teammate, and then you guys run into each other and you break a leg or you get knocked unconscious. It's not something that you want to see either, on any side of the game.
So any kind of safety concern like that, it warrants a look at, I would say.
So Copeland loses the ball, and now Cedars FC. Good ball inside. Now looking to switch the point of attack, but one back by Zimmerman. Great tackle by Hamoud. So Salmon, I apologize. Salih. Hamoud, good switch to that far side. Too much pace, this one will go out. So here we are with a minute to go. Business end of this first half. It's 3-2. If you took a break, it was 3-0 and said, hey, maybe we'll come back and see this thing at the end. You missed a whole bunch of action. 2 goals scored over the course of 4 minutes. Have gotten Inter Detroit right back in this one.
Yeah, both of them by Doug Hayner, and it becomes a completely different match now for those who did take the break, and we're watching a different match here. Same team, same kits, same field, totally different atmosphere.
Almost lost the ball. Retained by Hudson Jr. Switch to that far side. Inside now. Barajas. Balon. Rustin. Out wide to Zimmerman. Gets held up. Zimmerman fights through it. Slots inside. Looks for a dummy from Hayner. Makes his way to Barajas. Pocket is picked, though, by Salih. And that's a foul.
That's a 5th foul against Detroit.
No S in offside. It is true, there is no S in offside. You can't say offsides. I know offsides is a word that sometimes makes its way out of our mouths, but it is true. The law of the game is just offside.
More of the American football.
You are in an offside position.
We appreciate the feedback here. I want to make sure our broadcast is tip-top.
Not sure how much time we have of stoppage time. Our guesstimate is 2 minutes as this one does go out for a corner kick. Some referees do have the board that lets us know how much time of stoppage time will be added, but not here tonight. So here comes the corner kick. It's high and in the air, back towards Diallo, and ahead on that from Daoud, right into the hands of Wright.
Great placement of the corner kick there. It just happened to be right into the gloves of the keeper there. Just great positioning from into Detroit there, but a fantastic chance from Cedar as well.
All out wide here, Hayner. Billows tries to pull it back. And that is going to be the end of the first half, and it is a 3-2 game here. As we talk about this, and just it's an unbelievable game here so far. 3-2 in favor of Cedars FC, and it is a good one here on tap. I mean, what more can you say about this first half? 5 goals in total. It started off on a tear. 2 goals in the first 7 minutes. Sudan, Nasser getting goals. And then in the 26th minute, Mabrouk Salih, he gets the 3rd goal for Cedars FC. And then 2 goals for Doug Hayner in the 33rd and then the 37th. And that is all she wrote here for half number 1. But a lot of goals coming in this one. And we got 45 minutes to go.
And it's going to be another exciting 45 minutes. Don't sit there and think that all the goals have been scored in this game. Looking at last week, of course, is our example, our only data point for Inter Detroit, but the goal scoring history says it's not done yet, so it's going to be probably another fireworks show unless the defensive adjustments during the halftime will make that much of a difference, but we've seen that not be the case. Still an exciting match ahead of us.
That it is. 5 goals have been scored. It's only one that separates these two teams. It's 3-2 in favor of Cedars FC over Inter Detroit. Who is going to win this one? Will it be Cedars FC, or will Inter Detroit do what they did last week and come back once again? You'll get to find out after this.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
Northwestern is up from 12, now at 10.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We were responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic students can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game. We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while maintaining a high level of respect for all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Are you looking to take your game to the next level? Did you know that MSN is now offering player recruitment videos? Our packages include a player profile where you show your preferred positions, the club, the league, or school that you play in, your current coach contact information, and more. The highlight videos could be self-submitted, 15 to 30 clips that will be put into a 3 to 7 minute long video. Video review of your Huddle, VO, or other platforms that you might have video on, as well as for an additional charge, MSN can come out and film games for you to create those clips. Our coach evaluation process, which is also an additional charge, where we have college coaches from various levels across the United States that will review your game film and provide feedback on how to improve that film as well as also evaluating your play and what you can improve on. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential. Not only do we help develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces with different surfaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills to create space, receiving on a half turn, hook turn, and out of the air, finishing off the dribbling, one-touch, volleys, and headers. We help players get comfortable performing these skills at game speed with pressure and with both their dominant and non-dominant foot. In addition, we help players with their speed of play, awareness of space, defenders and teammates, and also dominate with their off-the-ball movement. We offer a variety of services such as one-on-ones, small groups, large groups, as well as team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country and developed one of the most detail-oriented programs to help out players. Visit our website.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister.
I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
Welcome back here into Waterford Mod High School on this beautiful Friday evening. It is a beautiful night, and it is a even better game right now. I mean, we obviously, the biggest thing I think in regards to soccer is whether or not goals can be scored. And I think that, Inter Detroit has, on some level, said, I don't care how many goals you're going to score against us. We're going to try and score more. They did it last week in a 7-5 victory over Futsal Factory, and here they are in the exact same spot they were last week, down at half. They were down by more goals at half last week. It was 5-2 at the halftime break. Here it's 3-2. But nonetheless, they're still down. They allowed 3 goals in the first 26 minutes. 2 goals of those were scored in the first 7 minutes alone. So, hey, but we have a new audience welcoming and joining us here now tonight, and we welcome in Twitter and Facebook as well. As we're like, this game may deserve a little bit more, a little more coverage. So we're going to go ahead and open it up to Facebook and Twitter. Why not? And but we got a good one here. I mean, again, when we say good, doesn't necessarily mean the soccer is great. But goals are being scored. When there are goals being scored, this is very reminiscent of a nice, close baseball game.
Absolutely. I mean, from an audience perspective, for the at least for entertainment's sake, it's a fantastic game so far. And for Inter Detroit, we keep referencing last week's game. There's progress here. You're only down by 1 at the half after giving up so many goals like this. So there's baby steps to it. But either way, finding yourself only down by 1, I mean, in your head, you think of it as a 1-0 game. And it's still close. Both these teams still outputting on offense, still getting shots up, corner kicks going in favor of Cedar, but still the offense is humming. They're getting themselves chances, and this looks like it's going to be another high-scoring second half as well. So you see the score on the screen right now. That it's going to be more by the end of it. I can almost guarantee it.
You heard it right here. Jomo is going to say he's guaranteeing more goals, so you heard it right here.
I added it almost in front
second
of it.
half is coming up here. You're watching the Midwest Premier League Great Lakes East matchup between CEDARS FC and Inter Detroit. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming up after this. Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Are you looking to play at the next level? MSN is now offering player recruitment videos. We are excited to partner with you and your family in getting you to the next level. To learn more about our packages and what we offer, head over to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Remember, your journey starts with a click.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Welcome back once again here into Waterford Mott High School. We're moments away here from the start of this second half, and I'll be the first one to tell you I love a lot of goals, but I'm also, as a diehard soccer fan, I also like a nice close 0-0 game, maybe some last-second heroics, things like that, but either way, this game is about to get back underway here in a moment, and we're happy that you're stepping by here and being a part of this MSN broadcast here on this Friday evening. We are going to bring you a lot of Midwest Premier League games here this summer. In Detroit, we are their broadcast partner. Michigan Stars, we are their broadcast partner. So a lot of Midwest Premier League games coming your way here this season, and we're excited to bring them to you. Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. Share it with your friends as well. For those who are fans of the Michigan Stars and Inter Detroit, for those who you think would be fans, to find some fantastic local soccer throughout the summer. We're the place to be. So share it with your friends. Let them know, and especially for the game tonight. It's a close one.
It is a close one, and what I would say too as well is that, hey, you know what? If you're stopping by and you're on our YouTube channel, hey, you're on Twitter or Facebook right now, head over to Instagram. We'd love to get you following us on Instagram. MI Soccer Network is the place to be. We surpassed over 1,000 followers here last week, and we are continuing to grow our Instagram channel, so please check that out. Hey, for highlights of this game, they'll be available here sometime this weekend. We'll also have our game recap by our very own Dan Stickrad, who's our Director of News. That'll be available sometime here early next week at the Michigan Soccer Network on the MSN news side of what we do. So stick around for that. And we got some great articles coming your way here on MSN. And we're not just a live streaming company. We are so much more than that. We are everything in between, and we are excited about our growth and where we're going here as a platform and a media outlet. So excited to say the least. But, hey, we are moments away here, Mr. Jomo, and from second half action.
Definitely, and it's exciting for those that are watching at home, for those keeping me in check for the words I mentioned in our second half preview here. From what we've seen last week, the scoring is not done. And we've seen the output almost equal. I'm not going to say that it's happening for this game here, but in last week's, the output was just about equal from the first and second half here. So don't think that it's going to all of a sudden turn into that, stone wall against a stone wall of a defense in that game. It's just not how the game has been played so far. And you got to imagine that the teams are going to find different ways to penetrate the defense. They find an edge in the first half. They make a note about it, and maybe they try it out throughout the second half here. I would say the scoring will only continue.
So just moments away here as Inter Detroit will have the kickoff to start this second half. They are in their black kits here going left to right on your screen.
And it's Billos that'll be taking the first touch from the center.
And Cedars FC in the all-white kits now going right to left on your screen. And we are officially back underway here with the second half action. Jonathan Turner alongside Jomo. You're watching Midwest Premier League Great Lakes East Division soccer action here on the Michigan Soccer Network. I want to thank our sponsors for everything they do here for the network. A lot more coming your way here, going to be announced over the coming weeks. They really help make what we do here possible. A shout out to Inter Detroit's sponsors, as well as Hudson looks to go over the top here, looking for Copeland. And Diallo was right there, and this one cleared away by Selman.
And for Inter Detroit, Zach Townsend making an appearance on the back line for this second half here. He'll be directing traffic towards our close side.
Gonzalez on this near side. Now on the ball. Now Barajas. Gomez Ruiz. Seeing this pressure here to start this second half from Inter Detroit.
It almost seems like two teams are a little bit tight in the box there, hesitating on the pass, looking for certain opportunities, but it seems like right off the bat, at least at that possession, they were tight.
You said Zach Townsend's in?
Yes, number 12 on the back line for Inter Detroit.
I also saw number 33, and that threw me off for a second, too. So
I recognize that hair anywhere. It's a Golden Grizzly favorite.
Looking inside, that one's broken up by Gomez Ruiz. Knocked out of bounds. Hey, if you're watching this game for the first time on the Michigan Soccer Network, hey, I don't care if you're watching on Twitter or Facebook or YouTube. It doesn't matter. Let us know where you're watching from.
We love all of our streams the same.
We had someone here a couple weeks ago say they were watching from their car in a parking lot of a Culver's. So you don't have to be as specific if you don't want to.
But if you are at a Culver's, let us know what your order is.
That's right. We'll be getting some food after this one. Is the ball put inside? They're going to call that one in favor of Cedars FC. Ball is put out now for a corner kick.
This will now be the fourth corner kick for Cedar in the match today, and 3 in the first half.
Ball put in by Salih. That one will be long and go over everyone. Diallo will try and track it down. He does. They're going to say it went out.
It was a close one. Diallo not looking to draw any attention to it. See if he could get away with it. No, not the case.
It's Gonzalez. Now Copeland. Good turn. Ball looking inside. Now it's outside. Cut back. He's got Copeland in that far post. Somehow bounces just inside the 18 between Diallo and the back line. Scazales. Copeland, little touch. Aliafi down by the end line. Looks to slide it back across. I'm going to say it went out first. Work on that back line.
We're going to give a shout out to the Foresters from our far side here. A fantastic sign for the Cedar fans. We see you out there. That sign is beautiful.
I mean, I'm going to take a guess as to why they're called the Foresters, but I would much rather, instead of me guessing and assuming, love to know why the Foresters are called the Foresters.
Yeah, because you know what they say about assuming, and that's not what we're about.
I know. I mean, I know the name Cedars FC, right? I get that. But I'm curious if it is what I'm thinking or if it's something completely different. So, love to know.
Yeah, feel free to let us know in the comments of our YouTube, of Instagram, of Twitter, wherever you're watching. Let us know.
We're not on Instagram right now.
Or forget
just
me.
enough. It's okay. I'm not mad about it.
No reason not to go and follow us on Instagram, though.
No, you should totally go over and follow us regardless of what's going on. Beautiful night for soccer as this ball switched to this near side. Who was the goal scorer in this league? I mean, it's only 1 or 2 games in. I don't know if you can say. I mean, maybe the question is who's the top goal scorer, maybe? Might have to help us by elaborating on your question. Aliafi takes a spill to call foul.
Well, at least from the games that I myself have broadcasted here, we have Doug Hayner. He has 2 goals in this match. Vincent Voltaggio against Livonia City, he had 2 goals as well, and he had chances at a hat trick too. But for over 2 goals, we'll have to scour the Midwest Premier League for that.
The ball over the top. Down the end line. It was actually maybe last touched by Cedars. That's an interesting touch there because that was going out, and I understand that maybe you're trying to prevent their team from getting the ball across, but I don't know if I agree with that idea to knock that out for a corner, but to each their own. But a corner kick coming up here nonetheless here for Inter Detroit.
It'll be Rustin to take it. This will be their second one of the match.
So here comes the ball right towards Canopolis. Those are always challenging. I mean, in this one, you've got, again, Doug Hayner. You had Voltaggio last week in that matchup you mentioned. Again, Livonia and Michigan Stars played a match last week. There's not been a lot of games been played. This is the first game of the season for Cedars. And all 3 of their goals were scored by 3 different players. So right now, Doug Hayner and Vince Voltaggio are up there. I don't know. You were at the Michigan Stars game. How many goals were scored? Was there anything?
It was 4-0 for that game there.
And he scored.
He scored 2 of them.
Scored 2 of them. So I would argue that they're the 2 top goal scorers are Doug Hayner and Vince Voltaggio from the Michigan Stars. So settled down by Cedars FC. Swedan, who scored the opening goal. Sorry, this game's opening goal back in the 2nd minute. It's Townsend. Settled down now by Hamad. Hamoud dispossessed. That was Gomez Ruiz on the ball now on that far side for Inter Detroit. That's a hard tackle. Now Billos maybe had some space, but they'll bring this one back. Is Detroit United in the same league with Cedars FC? No. So the fun fact, Cedars FC used to play in the UPSL. They do not play in the UPSL anymore. They only play in the Midwest Premier League. Detroit United, a long staple in the UPSL, currently plays in that league. Covered them quite a bit over the years. Matter of fact, Detroit United and Cedars FC played a lot of matches in the Midwest East Championship games over the years. But nope, Cedars FC and Detroit United play in separate leagues now. Aliafi cuts inside. Aliafi will take a shot from distance. It goes up and over.
Just a few degrees down. A beautiful shot from distance. To kind of keep the keeper on their toes. As the ball has been more or less in the middle third, a little bit further one way or the other, but they're kind of keeping most to the middle. So to take a deep shot like that, see if you can catch the keeper off guard.
So Canopoulos will put this one back in. It's the 57th minute. This is part of the match is brought to you by KE Electric Supply. Busy day here for the Michigan Soccer Network. Tomorrow we're out at Michigan Stars Soccer Complex in Washington Township as they take on Northern Indiana in the ASASA, not US, ASASA Amateur Cup Region 2 third round match. As this Townsend will try to track this one down, but out comes. That is not right, by the way. Who made that, right? I mean, we're seeing it's a different goalkeeper. I don't know if you can.
We'll do our investigation.
I don't believe that is the goalkeeper we saw here earlier. So, this is ball played into Copeland down by the end line. Is this one slotted across toward that back post and tried to volley it? Is the ball given away? Rustin was right there. Now Billow steps in, but Diallo is right there. Barajas. Billows goes down like a ton of bricks. Another ball through. And here comes Saad. Saad, another save. Saad still has it and puts it in. So now the referee is going to go over and talk to his assistant referee. But right now, Suni Saad is the one that has the goal. This one might come back. But no, they're going to point, and just like that, it's a 2-goal game. So Suni Saad here in the 58th minute gives Cedars a 4-2 lead.
And for those keeping track at home, for my guarantee of the scoring continuing in the second half, you can rest assured.
And again, we're trying to find out who this goalkeeper is. Do they have another goalie on their list? Does Inter Detroit? I don't have it on my sheet, but
from the jersey, our binocular view.
Does it still say 99?
The jersey does still say 99, so Robert Wright does look to still be in the net.
So the question that just came up, where would Detroit United place that they participate in this conference. You know, it's interesting because the Midwest Premier League is a completely different makeup of players. What you'll see in this league, and I'm not saying that all teams are like this, but a good core group of these players are still collegiate players. They're still playing in college. The makeup of Detroit United is one that's very unique. And to be fair, is what really helps teams make it all the way to a national championship in the UPSL. It's a mix of veteran players who've been playing with that team for many, many years, and then a few players come in during the summer to help them out because those players aren't around the entire year. And that's a problem if you're trying to play in a national championship in August when your college team calls you back in July. So a lot of these players during this summer league, Midwest Premier League, their season's done here July 1st, first week of July, somewhere in there, so they can go back to their college team. So this league, quite different than that of the UPSL. But I do think that Detroit United would do fairly well in this league. And not because I think the teams here aren't good enough to compete. I think that because of that makeup of the veterans on that Detroit United side, I think that they would hold their own in this league and be fighting for a chance to play in those championship games in Lansing at the end of the season.
Had some contact after the far side throw in there. They'll go in favor of Detroit.
Hope that answers their question. Is that question coming in on YouTube? Diallo. Good work on this near side. Salih drawing three players.
Those individual moves giving the breathing room to keep their possession there. It's tough to do with 3-on-1.
Let's go all the way back to Canopolis. Sudan with the win. Alice will make his way all the way back now to Canopolis. One back now. Gomez Ruiz. It's a hard foul on that far side. Looks like we're going to see our first yellow card of the match. Apologize. There's a 33 on the pitch for Inter Detroit, and we just don't know their number. That was not given to us. So we do apologize. That's one thing I talk about all the time when it comes to the amateur game that just really kind of stinks, is a lot of times they'll switch jerseys because, you know, a lot of times these teams, they purchase enough jerseys for the team. They give them out at each game. And that's really the struggle sometimes. It looks like maybe it might be Saad Canes. Canas. Number 33, but we'll let you know if we get that back to us at all. I'm going to bring that one back. This part of the match is brought to you by Lake Erie Electric, leading electrical excellence. We give you the power to succeed on time and within budget. Since our Midwest beginning in 1952, Lake Erie Electric of Michigan has grown into a significant, innovative provider of electrical construction services that's in the Engineering News Record, ENR. It's the top 50 electrical companies and contractors in the country. To learn more, go to LakeErieElectric.com. Now Copeland. Oh, that's a great move from Copeland into the 18. Far post. Kanopoulos rebound. Rustin. Rustin again. And now this will be called for a foul.
Had a great individual move, cutting to the inside, setting up a shot for the left foot. Hesitated a little bit on it that allowed the Cedar defense to collapse in the path of the shot. But either way, the ricochet, the rebound, giving multiple opportunities there for Detroit to recut into now the 2-goal deficit.
Hang on, our stream, the camera is frozen, so hang on 1 second here. Trying to figure out what's going on.
And with those technical difficulties, we will continue our broadcast here as it goes back to right on the Detroit side. They'll bring it over to our close touch line. Cedar will steal the possession. And they'll bring it back over to Kanopoulos to reset. Then they'll switch the field over to our far side. In the 66th minute here, Cedar up 4-2 in their first game in Midwest Premier League play.
Should be back up and running now. I apologize. I'm not sure what happened there, but we just corrected it. I was not looking at the screen, so should be back up and running.
We appreciate your feedback to keep our stream in order.
So cut back. Good poke away there by Townsend. Sunni Saad, who scored the 4th goal here for Cedars, scoring here a moment ago.
This will now set up the 5th corner kick for Cedar in this match today, Waterford Mott High School. Number 9, Sunni Saad, to take this corner kick.
So here comes the ball from Saad towards the near post, and that one deflects out. On its way towards right, the goalkeeper for Inter Detroit.
Looks like they're not going to waste any time to continue feasting.
This ball in, and just like that, it's now 5-2. My goodness, what a ball that came through.
That's one for the highlight.
And that was a goal there by Ahmed Salmon. And just like that, 5-2 here in the 68th minute.
The second goal of our second half of 58th minute by Saad. And Salmon in the 68th minute, number 14. To put this game back up to 3.
So there's 2 unanswered goals by Doug Hayner back in the 33rd and the 37th minute. And then 2 unanswered goals here in this half by Cedars FC, bring their total now here 5-2. And it's the second time in as many games that Inter Detroit has allowed 5 goals. As this is back underway, they're going to quickly take a shot from long range. It goes wide of frame, but a good idea.
That absolutely had a chance, catching Kanopoulos too far forward. An opportunity to catch us as the broadcasters off guard. I wasn't seeing that one coming, but just a little bit too far to the left of the net to make that one work. But man, if you see that shot, you absolutely have to take it. And it'll also make Kanopoulos go all the way to the back fence of that track to go and fetch it. He's got a smile on his face thinking, I can't believe I almost let that happen, or I can't believe that they tried that.
So we're going to see a couple of substitutions. So a lot of questions about how do these teams operate, and and Ken Simon actually said it best. Some of these teams they do charge players to try out, to register. Some of the teams do charge them to play. I'm not saying that these teams do that, but a big part of it comes from sponsors. It's Copeland. Let's put all that back line, and it will end up going out. But a lot of these teams they do get sponsors, and we can look at Inter Detroit, for example. A number of these sponsors we've been reading off are their sponsors that we've been reading off. This is one now, as you see coming up this near side, is Hamad. And some teams do pay their players. That is a part of this as well. In order to get some of the better players, some teams have to find a way to pay players. Look maybe a give and go, but no, Suni Saad now into the 18. Saad up and over.
Senior continues to press. And looks like they don't want to let their foot off the gas here. Hungry for a 4-goal lead.
The soccer environment is such I use the word, I'm going to say ripe. It's such a ripe market because I think that, back in the day when you start talking about what local businesses were trying to do, they were trying to give back to the community. The local pub or the local real estate agent was trying to find a way to have an impact to grow their business, but also give back to the community in a way. And, these grassroots soccer teams that have grown and come up out of really everywhere across the state of Michigan are in need of forward-thinking small businesses who are looking to be creative and find a way. Look at this ball played back to Kanopoulos. He mishandles it. The ball touching the open net, and that's going to count. So Billows, after the ball kind of deflects out of Kanopoulos' hands, the referee is going to come over and talk to his assistant referee.
What a magic trick. What a rabbit out of a hat for that one. It looked like it was...
It's going to be hard. He called it a goal.
But it looked like Kanopoulos had all of his body on that ball. Somehow it squeaked out.
And they're going to call it a foul. They're going to say it's a foul. So they're going to say that... So, he had possession, so that's not going to count as a goal. So that's when it's going to get called back. But these teams are so dependent upon their sponsors to help keep them going. I don't think people understand what it costs to operate a team at this level. You're talking at minimum $15,000 a summer to pull it off. That's not counting all the other costs. I mean, there's a lot of other teams that use way more as far as their venue and their resources. They might get upwards of close to $30,000 or even $40,000 over the course of the summer. That goal here was just called back a few moments ago.
But yeah, in looking in that, because what people see on the pitch in terms of all these matches of how hard could it be to run a soccer team? You got to pay the coaches and the transportation and the jerseys and the cleats. Like everything that you see here has a price tag on it. The field that they're playing on has a price tag on it, and all of it adds up to be around that total that you were mentioning, John. And it all becomes such a bigger beast once you start digging into the details of that. So it goes to great appreciation, not only to the sponsors helping these teams out, but just for everyone willing to put the work in to make these happen.
So Townsend on the ball now, cut his way through a couple of defenders. He'll be taken down.
Looking to weave his way through traffic and take it himself almost.
Froze up again.
Excuse our technical difficulties here.
Yeah, I'm sorry it keeps happening. I don't know what it just keeps having its moment, and we apologize. Fixed it right there. There it is.
But either way, as it stands, a free kick near the box for Detroit.
So a free kick here for Inter Detroit. This one just outside of about 22 yards. Ball put up and over and not even close. Gavin Brose, I believe that took that free kick.
So that kind of distance, it's so tough to, with the speed and the arc needed to hit that crossbar just underneath it. It's a tough angle to take the direct shot at. So sometimes those opportunities could be, a pass to the outside to give a better angle in that sense. But there's different options at that side. But it's so close that you almost it's your instinct to just take that shot straight up.
They did change the subbing format. It's a great question. These are things that sometimes aren't shared with us. But clearly a change was made as a foul called on that far side. A new sub rule this season. And again, my guess is that is more to, that might be something that the coaches all talked about and saying, like, hey, when it comes to having 18 players on a roster, yes, we want to be competitive. Yes, we want to win soccer games. But a lot of this is developmental for these players. Most of these kids are playing college ball here starting in August. This is free kick, comes in, and in college, you get to sub on and off. So Brose wins the ball back, fights through, and this one will end up going out for a goal kick. This part of the match is brought to you by Raza Construction. Concrete and hardscape specialists, everything from driveways, patios, and garages to retaining walls and pavers. Be the envy of your neighborhood. Call 248-894-3882 to schedule an estimate. Mention this ad for a special in Detroit discount. Ball played in. That's a great-looking ball into Hader. Hader will take a shot that goes wide.
Great opportunity on that far side. Hader looking for the hat trick with that shot there, just a little too outside in the direction of which he was moving.
So it's very much like the college rule. Players cannot re-enter in the same half that they were subbed.
And for a lot of these college students, they're taking their off season to continue training, to continue competing. Putting in that extra work during the off season makes an enormous difference. Put yourself in different game situations, as many as possible.
Gonzalez into the 18. Looks to slot this one back post. Aliafi's right there. Aliafi! And that goes up and over.
Two incredible opportunities for Detroit in a matter of about a minute apart from each other. Both sailing either away to the left or up too high.
Did you know this, that next week we launch our MSN magazine?
No way, we launch our MSN magazine.
We launch our MSN magazine next week, Wednesday the 15th. It'll be an e-magazine available on our website. I finished, it's so far it's 44 pages. 44 pages. It's pretty cool, right?
So much soccer news and
information. So much soccer news and information, that's right. Is this one played up? Flag does go up. So Hudson will play us out on that far side. Aliafi. Inside. So Townsend. Settle down. It's Gonzalez. We're going to go over the top for Aliafi. Hayner. So just under 10 minutes ago plus stoppage time. This game is 5-2 in favor of Cedars. 2 second-half goals for Cedars FC have made this game a 5-2 advantage in favor of them. Again, they were up 3-0, and then 2 unanswered goals from Doug Hayner. Going into the halftime break, 3-2, and then a goal from Suni Saad, and then another one from Salmon. Made this game 5-2. They have a hole to dig themselves out of. We do know they can score in short succession, can enter Detroit. That's a foul. Zimmerman was fouled.
They're just a little too much on that. They're trying to steal the ball. Looking for
Tell them get up. They're not going to get it. Hayner went down.
Cedar looked like they were in hot pursuit, but Detroit defense in the way.
So Lee went down. Looking inside, it's going to be held up. That's going to be a yellow card as Ali Nasser scored the goal in the 6th minute. Was on his way towards goal there. Had he not been held up, he might have been on his way into scoring a goal. It's number 2 of the night.
Suni Saad adjusting for this nearby free kick. In this close territory, this could be the backbreaker that the Cedars have been looking for. And now the 83rd minute.
So Suni Saad standing over this one with Nasser. 3-man wall. I think Suni's going to take this one. He will take this one towards that near post. Right, dives to his right to make the save. And then cleared away by Ali Afi.
Great focus to get the entire body, both hands in perfect placement. They're ready for that direct kick. They're able to keep yourself in this match. However, chance slim. Be a little bit of hold up on this throw-in on our near touchline.
They had a substitution come in. Played back. Diallo, under immediate pressure, finds Swedan. Ali Afi. Diallo tracks it down. This one's still on the pitch. Good work from Diallo. As Balon dispossessed. Now Nasser up this near side. Now it'll go out.
Some frustration from Swedan there. He thought he had a lot of open turf there.
Take a look at our upcoming broadcast here tomorrow at the Michigan Stars versus Northern Indiana. And then Flint City AFC's women's side against Detroit City FC here tomorrow night. Just under 5 minutes to go in this game, plus stoppage time. Sudan. So down by Ayafi. Cuts it back. Met by Nasser.
Troy just trying to get control of it. Kannapolis backing up, looking like he wants to launch this goal kick. And he does.
All deflects back towards Diallo. Played back. Under pressure here are Cedars SC. It's Gonzalez. Tried to win it back, but Nasser goes down. Foul.
Almost pulled the chair from underneath him.
One back by Detroit. Hayner tries to cut inside. Now on the counter, here comes Cedars. Cut back. Daoud looking to switch on this near side, looking for Nasser. Nasser tracks it down. Finds Saad. He kind of slips and falls on the wet turf.
The dew of the nightfall on the turf today. Or tonight, rather.
This one actually ends up deflecting out for a corner.
It was an absolute foot race. Nasser at full speed able to get that one in time, but some hesitation through the traffic. Unable to bring it inside to get a shot off, but the corner kick awarded.
Good switch. Near side. Good dummy from Saad. Al Shazir. He'll go down just outside the 18. No foul. Looking over the top. Looking for Hayner. And that one does not make its way there. It's Irvin Castro that played that ball. Quick one-time touch. That ball's into Sadi. Sadi saved by Wright. It's Amir Sadi. Saad looking to take a fire one off and in. Saad from over 30 yards from goal finds the back of the net, and it's 6-2.
That one bullseye in the middle, just underneath the crossbar. Just a beautiful shot. That's what you always imagine, and once it leaves your foot, that's pretty much what you want on it. Just
so
a little too tall.
89th minute goal. That goal coming from 33 yards out. The Foresters, who made their way here tonight from Dearborn, are going to go home extremely happy with a 6-2 victory here tonight. And Inter Detroit has got to find a way here going into their next matchup here next Friday. Find some defense. I mean, over the course of 2 games, they've allowed 11 goals. And if you count the game in the ASA Cup, they still allowed 3 in that game. So, I mean, in the course of 3 games, they've allowed 14 goals.
And there's a lot of tape, a lot of examples as to what kind of weaknesses are in the defense or formations, who's slow on the step. And there's a lot to look at. So you got to imagine that as they're digging through the film and as they're reviewing, they're able to find something.
So he fired one from 33 yards out. Getting a brace here on the night. Our best guess is we'll see at least 4 minutes here of stoppage time. Aliafi. Diallo is right there, and he'll shield this one out for a goal kick, and that's well played.
All 6'3", used to box it out and just let it keep rolling.
Inter Detroit, a team that won the Midwest Premier League here a number of years, 2 years ago, have had a lot of success in this league, and obviously coming to this one, they were 1-0. Going to leave here tonight 1-1 as this one deflected back. Hudson will track it down and clear it away. Cedars FC, who starts their season off tonight, will move to 1-0. I know I'm saying this in the 92nd minute or 90th minute plus stoppage time. They did score some goals last week, and stoppage time did Inter Detroit. So the flag goes up for offsides. Offside. Castro into Bros. He'll cut back. Looks to go through Diallo. This one knocked away.
Just those few seconds of hesitation in positioning, and all the defense collapsed right in front of the net.
Bros. Leaves it for Balin. They want a hand, they're not going to get it. Cut back, they'll give and go, and that one poked away.
And Diallo on that one again.
Good switch this near side, Aliafi. Can't imagine we have much more time left in this one.
We're not giving an official announcement on the stoppage time given for each half.
Give and go back looking for Hayner. Cleared away by Diallo. This will go out for a corner kick here on this near side.
This will now be the third corner kick for Inter Detroit.
All played off the corner. The referee will blow the final whistle. And just like that, Cedars FC comes out of here tonight at Waterford Mount High School with the victory. Final score here of 6-2 on this Friday evening. And, it was an interesting game, to say the least. What are your thoughts there, Jomo?
Yeah, it was a game. You saw almost two stories, one of which that was played in two different chapters of the match today. It was the first story of Cedar getting up to that 3-0 lead right away and almost putting Detroit into the dirt to start things off and to finish the game within the first few minutes. But then Detroit had another second life. Doug Hayner had 2 goals in the 33rd and 37th minute to make it a 1-score game going into halftime. But then the first story of the game kind of relived itself as it was all Cedar throughout the rest of the match there in the second half. Goals in the 58th, 68th, and 89th minute set it up to be the 6-2 game that we see as our final score.
That's right. Hey, well, again, we're back at this again tomorrow. We got 2 games tomorrow on tap at 12 o'clock kickoff in the ASA Region 2 Cup between Michigan Stars and Northern Indiana. Flint City AFC take on Detroit City FC tomorrow night at 7 p.m. from Atwood Stadium. We'll be out there for that as well. And then next week we got a whole slew of games. So stick around for all of that. Hey, for our great crew here tonight, Ryan Gannon up top, along with Nathan, our camera operators up top. Jomo, man, our first time working together. Together. I mean, we've worked, but not together.
Absolutely, and I hope we get to do it more often.
I do as well. I want to say thank you to the great team out there, the great fans who watched here tonight, and we appreciate all of you who tuned in. Hey, don't forget to subscribe, like us, share this with your friends and family. We're doing big things here at MSN, and we appreciate you stopping by and being a part of it. The final score here, 6-2 in favor of Cedars FC over Inter Detroit. Let's take a look at the scoring here once again. In the 2nd minute, Abed Swadan. In the 6th minute, Ali Nasser. In the 26th minute, Mabrouk Salih. 3-0 was the score, and then 2 goals in the 33rd and 37th for Doug Hayner. And since then, it was all Cedars. The next 3 goals were them. Back in the 58th minute, Suni Saad. In the 68th, Ahmed Salman. And in the 89th minute, from a 33-yard banger, Suni Saad giving Cedars FC the 6-2 victory. For all of us here at the Michigan Soccer Network, thank you for stopping by. It was a pleasure being your tour guides here on this Friday evening. The final score, once again, 6-2 in favor of Cedars FC. We'll be back at this again tomorrow at noon right here on the Michigan Soccer Network. Have a great night. So long, everybody.